In the world of the bold and the beautiful, few moments are as emotional and pivotal as the unexpected proposal that Liam Spencer delivers to Hope Logan on one fateful, romantic evening. It all starts as a night meant to be filled with love and celebration. A culmination of the bond that Liam and Hope have built together over the years. Their relationship, filled with its own ups and downs, has finally reached a point where Liam feels it's time to take the next big step. The tension in the air is palpable as Liam plans the perfect moment to propose, making sure that everything is aligned to make the evening unforgettable. Hope, unaware of what is coming, is swept up in the romance of the evening, completely immersed in the joy of being with Liam. As the night unfolds, the setting is romantic, the atmosphere is magical, and everything seems like it's meant to be. In a quiet, intimate moment, Liam kneels before Hope, holding a sparkling ring that represents his commitment to her. His voice is filled with emotion as he asks the question that could forever change both their lives. The shock is immediate. Hope, caught off guard by the grand gesture, finds herself frozen in a mixture of surprise and overwhelming joy. For a brief moment, time seems to stand still as Hope's mind races. She has always loved Liam, and their relationship has been full of love, passion, and challenges. The idea of taking their relationship to the next level and committing to him for the rest of her life is something she has always dreamed of. But the shock of the moment leaves her momentarily speechless. The reality of what Liam is asking her hits her all at once, and she feels the weight of the decision that lies ahead. In that split second, she wonders if she is truly ready to take this monumental step. Still, deep down, she knows that her love for Liam is undeniable, and the idea of spending the rest of her life with him is appealing. But before she can fully process the magnitude of the moment and gather her thoughts, fate intervenes in a way that neither of them could have anticipated. Just as Hope is about to give her answer, Thomas Forrester bursts into the scene, dramatically breaking the moment of calm. His face is filled with urgency, and his words hit Hope like a ton of bricks. Douglas, her beloved adopted son, has been involved in a serious accident, and he is in critical condition. The shock of hearing the news sends a jolt through Hope, instantly shifting her focus from the romantic proposal to the terrifying news about her son. In a split second, Hope's emotions change from the joy of a potential new chapter in her life to the overwhelming fear and anxiety of a mother faced with a dire situation. Without hesitation, Hope turns to Liam, her face filled with worry and concern, and she quickly explains that she must go to the hospital to be by Douglas's side. Her love for Liam is still as strong as ever, but the priority now is the safety and well-being of her son. In the blink of an eye, the proposal is forgotten, and Hope is thrust into the role of a mother who must protect her child. The impact of the moment is profound. Liam, who just moments ago had been filled with hope and excitement about their future together, is now faced with the heartbreaking reality that the woman he loves is being called away to deal with a crisis. His heart aches for Hope, knowing that her attention must be diverted, and he understands the gravity of the situation. As Hope prepares to leave, she softly tells Liam that she cannot accept his proposal right now. She needs to be there for Douglas, who needs her more than ever in this moment of crisis. It's a heartbreaking decision, but one that Hope knows is necessary. Liam, although devastated by the turn of events, understands her choice. Their connection is still strong, and although the proposal was interrupted, he knows that their bond is unbreakable. As Hope leaves for the hospital, Liam is left standing in the quiet aftermath of what could have been a joyous moment. For him, the moment of the proposal will be forever tied to the uncertainty and fear that now surrounds them both. But for Hope, the moment represents the sacrifice of her personal happiness in favor of her family's needs. The stakes have never been higher for both of them, and the uncertainty of what lies ahead is palpable. As Hope rushes to the hospital to be with Douglas, she is filled with a whirlwind of emotions. Her heart is heavy with worry as she imagines the worst-case scenario. The news of Douglas's accident is still too fresh for her to fully process. She has always viewed Douglas as her own flesh and blood, and the thought of anything happening to him is unbearable. The hospital, a place filled with the promise of healing, is now the site of her greatest fears. Hope's mind races as she wonders whether her son will pull through. With each step she takes toward the hospital, she feels the weight of the situation becoming heavier and heavier. But despite the fear, there is also a sense of determination within her. Hope is a mother who will stop at nothing to protect her child. And in this moment, that is her only priority. She arrives at the hospital, her heart pounding in her chest. The medical staff moves quickly, working to stabilize Douglas and get him the care he needs. Hope hovers near his side, her focus entirely on him. Her thoughts of Liam, of the romantic proposal, and of the future they could have shared are pushed aside for now. The only thing that matters is Douglas and his recovery. For Hope, The interruption of the proposal is painful, but it is also a reminder of how fragile life can be. The future she envisioned with Liam can wait. Right now, her son needs her. As the days pass, Hope remains by Douglas's side, offering comfort and love as he slowly recovers from his injuries. The accident serves as a harsh reminder that life can change in an instant, and that the people we love can be taken from us without warning. For Hope, this experience strengthens her resolve to be there for her family, even if it means putting her own desires on hold. The relationship between Hope and Liam, although interrupted by this crisis, continues to evolve. While Liam understands her decision to focus on Douglas, there is a lingering sense of sadness between them. The promise of a future together is still there, but it has been clouded by the uncertainty of what lies ahead. For Hope, the future remains unclear. Will she eventually be able to accept Liam's proposal, or will her dedication to her family continue to pull her in other directions? The uncertainty of the moment casts a shadow over their relationship, leaving both of them to wonder what the future holds. In the world of the bold and the beautiful, nothing is ever certain, and the challenges Hope and Liam face will continue to test their relationship. The question remains, will their love withstand the obstacles that life continues to throw their way? Or will they find themselves drifting apart in the face of overwhelming pressure? The answers may not come easily, but one thing is for sure, Hope's love for her family, and her commitment to Douglas, will always be her guiding force, no matter where life takes her. The unfolding drama on The Bold and the Beautiful takes a surprising turn when Hope, Logan and Liam Spencer, after enduring a roller coaster of emotional turmoil, finally make the decision to reconcile. This decision comes after a series of heart-wrenching events that have tested their bond. Most notably the terrifying accident involving their beloved son, Douglas. After Douglas's recovery, Hope and Liam, in the wake of their emotional exhaustion and the long, painful days spent in the hospital, come to a mutual understanding that they want to rebuild their life together. The scars of the past, while still visible, no longer seem as insurmountable as they once did. They find solace in each other, and the once shattered connection between them begins to heal. Their decision to reunite feels like a moment of peace amidst the chaos, offering a flicker of hope for a future that once seemed uncertain. For both Liam and Hope, this decision is the culmination of their shared history, the love that has always been there, despite the many obstacles they've faced. But in the world of the bold and the beautiful, peace is always fleeting, and the calm is often shattered by a new revelation that threatens to upend everything. As Hope and Liam begin to settle back into their relationship, a devastating truth is revealed that shakes them both to their core. Thomas Forrester, a man whose life has been so intricately intertwined with Hope's, reappears with shocking news. Douglas, the child Hope and Liam had raised as their own, is not Thomas's son after all. In an astonishing twist, Thomas reveals that Douglas is, in fact, the biological son of Bill Spencer. A bombshell revelation that leaves Hope reeling. The impact of this news is nothing short of earth-shattering. For Hope, who has always believed Douglas to be Thomas's child, this revelation is not just a betrayal of trust. It is a devastating blow to the very foundation of her family. The revelation that Douglas is Bill's son changes everything for Hope. She has always seen Douglas as her own, loved him as any mother would love her child, and now, the truth threatens to shatter her understanding of who Douglas really is and who she is to him. It is not just the truth of Douglas's paternity that cuts deep. It is the realization that her connection to the child she has cared for and loved could be forever altered by this revelation. The emotions that flood Hope in this moment are overwhelming. A whirlwind of confusion, heartbreak, and disbelief. How could Thomas, someone who has been so involved in her life, keep such a monumental secret from her? What does this mean for her future with Liam, whom she has just reconciled with after such a long period of distance? The bombshell that Thomas drops forces Hope to reassess her entire life, as well as her relationship with Liam and Thomas. She is now torn between the man who has stood by her side through thick and thin, Liam, and the man who, despite his many faults, is the biological father of her son, Thomas. The emotional complexity of the situation cannot be overstated. Hope's emotions are at war with each other, and she finds herself on a precipice, unsure of which way to turn. Her love for Liam has never wavered, but the presence of Thomas in her life, especially now that he is revealed as the biological father of Douglas, complicates things in a way that she never could have imagined. Hope is faced with a profound dilemma. How can she reconcile her love for Liam with her growing connection to Thomas, the man who now shares a biological bond with her son? The relationship between Hope and Thomas, which had been strained for so long, takes on an entirely new dynamic. Thomas, who has long harbored feelings for Hope, now finds himself in an even more complicated position. His love for her remains. But the revelation that Douglas is his biological son casts a shadow over their relationship. He feels an undeniable pull to be a part of his son's life in a way that he never could before. At the same time, he knows that Hope's emotional connection to Douglas is far stronger than his own. And the situation leaves him in a difficult position. As the father of Douglas, Thomas is now facing an entirely new set of challenges. The paternity revelation forces him to rethink his role in Hope's life, as well as the potential impact it will have on their family. His desire to be there for his son is strong, but he must also grapple with his lingering feelings for Hope, which complicate the situation even further. For Liam, the revelation about Douglas's paternity is just as devastating. He has always seen Douglas as his own son, and the news that Douglas is Bill Spencer's biological child challenges everything Liam has believed about his family. It is an emotional gut punch for him, as he struggles with the realization that the child he has loved and raised is not biologically his. At the same time, Liam finds himself questioning his relationship with Hope. He understands that Douglas's biological father is important to her, but he cannot ignore the intense bond he shares with the boy. For Liam, the revelation about Douglas's true paternity forces him to confront his deepest fears. That his connection with Hope and their family may not be as solid as he thought. The impact of this news is not just about the truth of Douglas's paternity. It is about what it means for Liam's place in the family and his future with Hope. The tension between Hope, Liam, and Thomas intensifies, and each of them must grapple with their own emotions and motivations. For Hope, the decision about what to do next becomes even more difficult. Her love for Liam is unwavering, but the presence of Thomas as the biological father of Douglas complicates things in a way that she never anticipated. Does this change her relationship with Liam? Will she find herself drawn to Thomas in a way that she never thought possible, given their shared connection to Douglas? The stakes have never been higher for Hope as she navigates the emotional fallout of this revelation. As she tries to process the bombshell that has been dropped on her life, she must also consider the impact it will have on her relationship with both Liam and Thomas. The love triangle that has existed between them for so long takes on a new complexity as the true paternity of Douglas is revealed. As for Liam and Thomas, both men must come to terms with what this means for their relationship with Hope and their roles in her life. The tension between them is palpable, and both men will have to confront their own feelings about Hope and Douglas as the fallout from this revelation continues to unfold. What once seemed like a simple love story is now mired in emotional complications, with each character facing a future full of uncertainty and heartache. In the world of the bold and the beautiful, no relationship is ever simple, and this revelation about Douglas's paternity is yet another reminder that love, loyalty, and family can be tested in the most unexpected ways. As Hope faces a future where the love she has fought for may be upended by a shocking truth, the question remains, can she navigate this emotional minefield and find her way back to the happiness she deserves? Or will this revelation tear her family apart forever? The future of Hope, Liam, and Thomas hangs in the balance, and the drama that follows will undoubtedly leave fans on the edge of their seats, eagerly anticipating the next twist in this ongoing saga.